Hey guys, so let's talk about Friday Night Smackdown. This was a pretty exciting episode. Um, we start the night off with Jimmy and Jay announcing that there is a fatal four-way tag team match to determine who the number one contenders will be for their titles. So the contenders for this was Los Lotharios, Cesaro and Mansoor, a very interesting uh, tag team there. Um, I don't hate that idea at all. Gets both of them on TV, and we then also had Jinder Mahal and Shanky. Again, getting them on TV. Um, Not my favorite tag team, but that's okay. Uh, and the Viking Raiders. So this is exciting that you're promoting your tag teams and you're giving them some time on the show. Having a fatal four-way also allows you to use quite a bit of that time, as multi-man matches, tag team matches tend to take a little longer. Um, so the Viking Raiders end up coming out on top there, and they will be the number one contenders. We then had Naomi confronting Sonya Deville again. This is honestly getting a little old. Because Naomi is officially in the Royal Rumble match, I don't necessarily see this going anywhere. Unless they're trying to really draw this out until WrestleMania. And that could be an interesting WrestleMania match. We'll see what we end up getting there. We then had what Sami Zayn came out and they called it Insane. It's supposed to be kind of a twist off of Jackass. I didn't really care for the segment. It did nothing. I don't think it really promoted anything. It took up space that you easily could have really been doing something else. The only good thing it really did was once again it kind of narrowed in on Sami saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and so after several times, he still didn't actually end up performing the supposed stunt. So, what did we have? We then had Aaliyah versus Natalia, and I don't know that this really necessarily it did something for Aaliyah in that it had her set a record, and I don't know that that necessarily hurt Natalia. She's a proven veteran in the ring, and she already has several records, so it's not like that's going to hurt her terribly. But I just think they could have maybe found a better option for the two of them. We then had Lita come on out. It was exciting to see Lita. I really wish they would have done something a little more exciting with this. Once again, they had Charlotte come out, and here's my issue with this: you bring back these women that could do a lot of things, that are really going to be able to get a really big reaction, and you feel like the only way that you're going to get that reaction, and the only person that they can interact with in the ring and do anything with is Charlotte Flair. You did the same thing with Trish Stratus. I did not mind that. It was a one-off thing, whatever. But now, once again, you're trying to get Lita into this picture, and who do you decide to go with? Charlotte Flair again. Not everything has to be about Charlotte Flair. Anytime you're trying to get anyone over or bring anyone back or make some big comeback, it doesn't have to be against Charlotte Flair. Just really annoying, honestly. And I feel like that's where this is going. Lita's going to enter the Royal Rumble, and somehow, some way, it's going to come down to being about the two of them, and that's probably what we're going to end up getting as a WrestleMania match. My rant on that. um, we then had Ricochet versus Sheamus. The interesting thing with this is that Sheamus's pal is not by his side, as Ricochet is one that crushed his nose um, during the kickoff show at the Day One pay per view. So that was kind of fun. Sheamus still ended up picking up the win, but I don't know how much that maybe hurt Ricochet. Didn't necessarily really help him necessarily. We then had Kofi Kingston versus Madcap Moss. Now, Xavier is not at ringside. He is out injured at the moment. Whether that's a storyline injury, I'm not really sure. But so Happy Corbin was out with Madcap Moss, and Madcap Moss ends up picking up the win over Kofi, who's a former champion. I don't know that this really did anything for Kofi. I suppose it didn't necessarily have to. I suppose this was supposed to be more about Madcap anyway, but I really feel like they could have done a better job with that. We then had Roman Reigns coming out, and this is a face to face with Seth Rollins. This was a fairly decent segment to get people excited about this match at the Royal Rumble. Probably my favorite bit from this, though, that really got a reaction from me anyway, was Roman saying, if I had wanted a megastar for a match at the Royal Rumble, I wouldn't have picked you. I'd have found your wife. Which to me was just a very personal dig to Seth Rollins there. That it was kind of fun. It got me a little bit excited to see what Seth's comeback is going to be, whether that will be on Monday Night Raw or if they will wait until Smackdown next week. But we will see what they end up doing there. That is my reaction to Smackdown.